Well, he's going live with the picture and he's going to go live with sound. Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, Tara is making me laugh. Don't laugh now, I said. Breathe. Why are you making me laugh just before we go live? Sorry, folks. Nothing worse than getting a laugh just as we go live. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Juma Game Reserve. My name is Sebastian, and behind the camera, laughing, we've got Tara. And back in Final Control, probably laughing as well at the situation now, we've got Mark. So the three of us will take you on drive this afternoon. I'll be your guide, and Tara will bring you some awesome shots, and Mark will be forwarding all your questions to questions@juma.com. So we had a Yaina morning this morning, and let's see what this afternoon is going to bring. It's quite hot. Actually, it's almost like summer this afternoon. It's a good 27, 28 degrees, I'm sure, out there. So nothing's going to be really active right now. Animals, when it's hot like this, tend to just chill in the shade, rest in the shade, and take it easy until temperature drops a little bit around 4:30 or 5. But always worth driving around, you never know. Tara was telling me she saw maybe Shivanzi, maybe Kerula, she's not too sure, around the camp, walking in front of FC, going towards Graham's house. I can't really check around that area because there is a big drainage line behind what we call FC, Final Control, where Mark is sitting. So we can't really scratch around. But it might be worth to come and have a look at the end of the day when the temperature drops slightly. Then maybe on quarantine we might find Shivanzi or Kerula. She's not too sure which one of the two it was. So yeah, for now, I'd say let's just drive around, see what we can find. I've got a lucky charm here, thanks to Rosie. Nice little present from Rosie. Makes me think of Shivanzi, actually. Nice little pin. Thank you. Thanks again, Rosie. I'll be sending you an email and to Sandra as well. Today I didn't have time. Unfortunately, I was busy between drives. I had to go to Hoedspruit for some reasons. But yeah, here we go. Every drive I'll have that little charm with me. Lucky charm, I mean. And let's see what it's going to bring. All right. Let's get going, guys. Let's get going. So we try to make a plan about the mic at the back. Mark will have to let me know if it's working. We oriented the mic in a way that it might detect not the Tara's voice, not too much of the equipment.
I'm going to say hello and hopefully you can hear me. Awesome.
There we go.
Okay. Hold on, let me try something else then.
Can't hear a word of what I'm saying. Oh no, that's not good. Are you sure you're on both mics there?
I thought I was.
Maybe back to normal. But there should be a position where we can have both mics on. There should be a position on the camera for mic 1 and 2. And then you should be able to hear me and Tara. Apparently, so what happened is maybe... Yeah. Also, you guys didn't hear a word of what I was saying. That's a pity. All right. So hopefully you got the intro. I hope you got my intro. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I'll have to have a look at that camera. I'm pretty sure there is a way we can we can have two mics, both mics working together. Actually, I'm sure we do, because we used, on our last drive for Safari TV, we had one mic there and one mic there, you remember? And Alright, I don't really have a plan of action right now. Kind of going where the wind is taking me. Would be worth to maybe have a look around Chelapan. Maybe Mvula is still around there. We can also go back around Quarantine a bit later on, around Gary Dam. I'd like to find some lilies this afternoon. And also, when the temperature will drop a bit, we will quickly go and have a look at the Hyena Den, see if it's a bit active there. This morning we had two of the youngsters chilling, looking very sleepy. So maybe this afternoon we'll have a bit more luck, and maybe Teddy will be outside and Tara can see him. She hasn't seen him yet, or her. Good afternoon, station. Also getting mobile here on Western Gary. Just a small update. Kerula, one of our mapping pans, been seen around FC funnel control, Wilder's funnel control, walking towards Graham's house. Either Kerula or one of our mapping pan around FC. Wilders, Chuma final control, walking towards Graham's house. We're on what time? Around 12 o'clock. All right. Okay. We could do that. Yeah. Giraffe. Far, quite far though. Far in the bush. Got also some impalas, but also far. Camera won't pick it up. Sorry. Got some buff and some Elise drinking. Yes. Haha, the lucky charm is working, Rosie. Awesome. I knew that was going to happen. No, Rosie, I like my hats. Well, I like both of them, and I'll wear one of them for sure on drive. Not now, not today. But also, yeah, guys, I also got two hats. Oh, that's gonna be really cool. I think the best is gonna be to park on the other side, so we've got a nice light. Otherwise, from here, it's gonna be a bit of a contre-jour. No, I like the hats, Rosie. I do. Believe me, I do. And I'll be wearing them. I'm not a very hat person, especially with long hair, you know. Now, when I had short hair, yes, I was wearing hats. With long hair, it doesn't work for me. But that's what I was saying, I'll definitely be wearing one of the two hats that you got me, because it's not a hat as like a cap, it's like a proper hat, military hat. So this one, even with long hair, I can wear it. All stations, I got a Schlembe of Nyaris and a Schlembe of and Loves at Treehouse Dam. Yeah, kind of. I just didn't copy the lock. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Do we know which lingua is that? Oh, 10 minutes ago I said I would really like to see some Elise this afternoon, and bam, here we go. And Elise at their best, drinking, guys. I love when they're drinking. If we're lucky, maybe one of them might even swim a little bit. Quite a nice little herd we've got there. The buffaloes, maybe Tara can't really show you the buff right now. They're a bit more on the right hand side. Some of them are in the bush, and one of them is still wallowing. Probably some Daga boys, like we were talking about this morning. The Daga boys, Daga meaning mud in Zulu. That's what one of them is doing over there, lying in the mud. Nice. A question that I used to get when I was guiding, when I had elephants like that drinking, I used to get questions like, how do they drink? Do they actually like use their trunk and how would you say, just use their trunk as like a straw to drink, or how does it work? And just for your information, what happens is they do kind of use their trunk as a straw, but they would fill up their trunk maybe halfway or 3/4 of the trunk, and then they would just bring the trunk to their mouth and then release the water into their mouth. And I think they can, wow, look at that, awesome. I think they can get up to like 25 liters of water in their trunk.
It just depends on the size of the elephant. It's
Yeah.
between 10. I've even heard 30 liters.
Yeah, obviously it will depend on the size of the elephant, but it can go between 10, 15 and up to 30 liters at one take. So that's quite. Look at that Ellie there looking at the buff, kind of mock charging him a bit, but the buff doesn't really care. Maybe if I can go. How is it looking in front of me there, Ta? Is it muddy?
No.
If I go a little bit forward, you might be able to see the buff and the Ellies together. Just don't want to put the car in the dam.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to mud wall over there. All right, let me just quickly. Sorry, guys. We can quickly go over there. We'll have a better view. Looks like they're gonna have a mud bath. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, awesome. Ooh, sorry, Ta. You still here? Hi, Buff. Sorry, not that we don't like you, but got something really interesting happening over there. We'll come back to you just now. Don't be jealous. It's okay, just relax. It's okay. So here we go, covering their bodies with mud. Like we were talking about it this morning, main reason is to cool down when it's hot like today. It helps them to cool down, but also to get rid of the parasites. What will happen is when that mud's gonna get dry, it's gonna make like a layer of mud on their skins, and then they will just find a rubbing post and rub themselves against a rubbing post, and that will. When they get rid of that layer of mud, it will also in the same time help them to get rid of ticks and any kind of parasites they can have on their skins. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it wouldn't be really for ticks. Elephants don't really get ticks. Their skin is not appropriate for ticks, but more like to protect themselves against flies and other kind of parasites. Elephants don't really carry ticks, that's why you don't really find oxpeckers on their backs. They don't have enough hair covering their back or their body. That's why you will never find oxpeckers on an elephant back. They've got hair, but it's very small hair, and it's it's not covering all their body, and their skin is very thick and tough, rough, so difficult for ticks. Oh, look at these two there, they're having a blast. Oh, that's awesome. And you see the matriarch left the waterhole already, but now she's kind of waiting for these three. Like, she knows they're having a good time, so she just stopped over there, and she's just. They know that she wants to go, but they kind of like, oh, just hold on, give us a few more minutes, and she's waiting there, and they will all move at once. So that when the matriarch decides to move, then the rest of the herd's got to move behind. She's the boss. I do now, yeah. Brenda, good afternoon, Brenda. Welcome on board. I guess Brenda is asking how old the baby Ellie is. I guess you were talking about that tiny little one. How old do you think that baby Ellie could be?
The one in the mud.
The ones, I think she's talking about the smallest one we saw. When we arrived, he was already covered with mud, and then he moved on.
I didn't see, was it underneath her belly? Was it about the same size?
I think he's like, yeah, he's by her belly.
Yeah, probably about, I wouldn't say more than 6 months then if it was just underneath the belly. If it was a little bit bigger, then probably about a year old.
So probably around 6 months, between 6 months and a year old. When they're under 6 months, they can basically walk under their belly, under their mom's bellies. I'm not too sure this one, how big he was. I think he's over there. I can see him now. Yeah, he's over there.
Yeah,
He's
probably about...
Yeah, it's probably about 6 months, just over 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say about 8 months.
Yeah.
In between.
Yeah, something around 7, 8 months. These. Terry, welcome on board, Terry. Terry is asking if female elephants also have tusks or only males. Yes, Terry, both sex have tusks. Both sex carry tusks. Male will tend to have bigger tusks, more prominent tusks, bigger, longer, and thicker, but not always. We've seen some elephant bulls with tiny tusks. It's genetic. It really depends on their gene pool. But females, yeah, both males and female will have tusks. And you can actually find also some females with some quite impressive tusks sometimes. But I would say, rule of thumb, usually they have a bit smaller and thinner tusks than males. Are you guys moving on now? You're nice and clean, huh? Shiny. It's got very shiny legs, this one. Oh, ooh, very impressive. So let's copy the end of that from Sarah about crocodiles. Mark, sorry, what's the beginning? All right. Sarah, good afternoon, Sarah. Sarah wants to know if elephants know that when there are crocodiles in the water. Not always. And when they do know, they are kind of careful, but they're not really scared of crocodiles. Crocodiles will not go after elephants. Okay, they're moving on now in the bush. That road is going... Is there a road somewhere there?
No, 2 tracks, but if
Okay, so we could try to get on that. Oh yeah, I know what you mean actually, yeah. Let's try to go over the water hole. Yeah, Sarah, you see, they're not really scared of crocs. Crocs will not go after elephants, they're way too big. But obviously if there is a croc lying on the bank, elephants won't really go too close to it. Would actually probably try to kind of mock charge it or give it a bit of a fright, like they did with that buff there, like they also do with hippos. So they won't, if they cross in the water, they won't know always, but yeah. Okay. So show the camera and it's got deep and doing now. Okay, yeah, I did experience that before, and from what I remember, yeah, we had to like switch the camera off and on again. So guys, sorry, I think we might have lost you here for a bit. Camera issue. So yeah, Sarah, I don't know how much you copied of my answer, but to cut it short, basically, yeah, elephants might not know all the time that there are crocodiles in the water. And what I was saying is they basically don't really get disturbed by their presence. They're not really scared of crocodiles. They know that crocodiles will not go after them. Where are they gone now? So that shows you how they can just disappear like that. When they're on the move, they're quite fast. Got some trucks here. Might be just in front of us then. Maybe they just went straight through that block here. Hold on. Alright. Minerva, hi Minerva. The old buff, yes, Daga boy we call them. Daga meaning mud in Zulu, and you spell it D-A-G-G-A, Daga boys. I just want to show you quickly, I was talking about a rubbing post, and I stopped here a couple of days ago. I showed you that rubbing post 2 days ago, or a few days ago, but I got an interesting question the other day. Someone was asking me how high I am to have an idea of the height on that tree of the mud. I'm gonna show you now. I'm gonna stand by the tree. Oh, actually, we have the ladies over there. So we've got mud here, and we've got mud all the way up there. So let's see by that branch here. All the way here. So I'm 1.82 meters for your information. And you see where I was standing, and you have mud probably like another meter above where I was standing. So that shows you that like around 2.5 meters and that shows you that it was an elephant rubbing his shoulder probably there on that tree. And also along that long branch, there is a lot of mud there, and that could be also from ellis or also from rhinos and buffaloes. And that's a very nice rubbing post, this one. It's being used a lot, lots of mud on it. Okay, I've heard that the ellis I heard them shouting somewhere over there, so maybe just gonna turn around. See if we can just have a quick look at them. I heard them somewhere over there, east of us. So yeah, Minerva, Daga, D-A-G-G-A, Daga, boys. The mud boys, the muddy boys. Bayanza. Bayanza boys. Bayanza is mud? Is naughty. Oh, in what? In Shangan, Baizan. Oh yeah, of course. Baizan boys. Sorry? Okay. It was in one of Patrick's and Herman's show. Patrick and Herman used to work here a few months ago. Sure, it's funny how you can lose them. They just cruise through the bush and next minute they're not here anymore. So we might find them now somewhere in front of us, because they went across through that block in that direction. So if they didn't stop inside the block, if they kept on walking, then with a bit of luck we could bump into them at any moment now. Heather in Florida. Hi Heather, welcome. Good to have you on board this afternoon. Heather wants to know if elephant herds just stay together all the time, or do sometimes some of them leave the herd as they get bigger. Yeah, you see what happens is either the males, when they get into their teenagehood, just before they get sexually active. So they get into their teenagehood pretty much like humans, around 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. When they turn that age, they usually, little squirrel, stay on the road. They usually leave the herd, and then what happens is when they become sexually mature, which is around 20, 21 years old, then they will join again a herd just for mating purpose. And they will not really, adult males don't really live within the herd. They always tend to be either solitary or sometimes with, sorry? Tara might have seen a track. Okay. Tara is my tracker.
It's definitely a track.
Okay. Oh yeah. There's one there and one there. Sorry? Yeah. Cats, definitely. Lion, big cats. Yeah. Well, maybe it was when those lions used to be around. Yeah, moxing last night.
Oops, sorry.
Tara, are you falling asleep at the back? Yeah, Mark is saying that salalas were around there last night, so it could be the salalas from last night. There are more tracks here.
Yeah, there is
This morning, yeah, either last night or sometime this morning. So yeah, adult males then live always on the side, outside the herd, either by themselves, solitary, or sometimes they'll join with a few other bulls. And they will only join the herd for mating purpose once they get sexually active. But when they turn into their teenagehood, they are getting kicked out of the herd, basically saying, okay, leave the herd now and become an adult. And that's basically also the dominant males will kind of push them out of the herd to have less competition with the females, even though they're not like sexually active yet, but the big bulls will tend to push them out of the herd. So that's only when you find elephants leaving the herd. Otherwise, the females always, you will never find a female by herself. Females are always part of the herd, and they don't leave the herd unless a drastic accident happens and they are forced to do so. Otherwise, no. They stay together. Only the males will leave the herd. I don't know if I had elephant tracks there, but I don't know, it might be old ones. that's all day. Yeah. Not very good cover. Not from our elephants. I don't know where they gone, these guys now. A little bit up. Thank you. Cheryl, welcome Cheryl. Good to have you on board this afternoon. Cheryl wants to know what are the temperatures like at the moment and what's the upcoming weather like, and if we have to deal with fires sometimes, and how do we deal with them. Well, it's pretty warm this afternoon, Cheryl. Good 27 degrees. We're definitely getting into spring, which is awesome. So every morning it's getting less and less cold. It's been freezing cold months ago. It was really, really cold in the morning, and temperatures at night would really, really drop. And it would actually stay quite cold during the day as well. It would get warm a little bit, but still staying quite cold. Where now we're getting some better temperatures at night. It's still a bit cold in the morning, but as soon as you get to like 7 o'clock, around 7 o'clock, 7:30, then it starts getting warm. And then, oh, sorry, didn't mean to go there. That's the quarry in front of us. Well, actually, let's just go and have a look. Why not? We might have something there. Got a big quarry here. So we're getting into spring. Temperatures are getting better, and around December we will get into summer. Then it will get really, really hot. It's going to start raining as well. It gets very humid. The water holes are going to get filled up, and vegetation is going to turn green. Lots of plants are going to get into flowers. We're going to get some new birds, which are here around summertime and not during the rest of the year. So that's kind of what's coming now. We had a bit of rain the other day, but shouldn't be getting any rain at that time of the year. But yeah, the weather is a little bit weird all over the world this year, last year as well. But at this time of the year it's supposed to be dry, no rain at all. Should get the first rains around the end of November. Yeah, November, December. Summer is on its way, and then we get to like hot, very hot days, like over 30, 35, sometimes 35 degrees, and very, very humid. Hello, bees. We'll have a look. We've got some more in front of us, some more impalas. And fire-wise, yes, we have to deal with fire. Well, not us. We would have to deal with fires if we get fires on our property. Then we'll have to go and just let's quickly have let's have a quick look at those impalas. Then we'll have to go and fight the fire. But since I've been working here, I've never been in that situation. And we've got some. We've got some fire breaks. Actually, we've got a fire break there somewhere. There are a few fire breaks around the property, just to help in case there is a fire. Then it will stop the fire from getting into the lodge. But if one day that to happen, if we had an accidental fire, then we would have to go, and everyone would be called on and be on duty. All the staff from Juma, and probably the neighboring lodges as well, and us, and we'll have to go out there and get some branches of magic guarri, which is a very good tree to use when you have to fight fires. And then of course the lodge will have proper equipment as well to stop the fire. But usually most of the fires that you get are management made from the management. It's part of the management of the game reserve to burn some parts of the reserve to stop the bush encroachment and just to get some fresh grass, new grass. And that's part of the management of the reserve, and usually those fires are controlled, and they're usually done in winter when it's cold. They will be done early morning when the temperatures are cool, and when it's not too windy, when it doesn't make like a hot fire. It stays like a medium hot or slightly hot fire. It doesn't damage the bush too much. It will just burn the species which need to be burned. Some species also need to be burned in order to germinate. Some seeds need to go through a fire in order to provoke germination. So yeah, that's all part of the management of the reserve. It doesn't concern us. We don't have to do that, but we will have to help in case one day we have an accidental fire. All right, let's leave those guys. That was a small bachelor herd, by the way. You saw all of them had horns. All of them carry horns, and that's what we call a bachelor herd. A herd made of just young or adult males together, just a herd of males, basically, from young to adult. All right, let's move on. I've got a car coming behind me as well. Yeah, you see, you get different kind of fires to manage the reserve per year. You get what we call like cold fires, medium hot fires, and some hot fires. The hot ones are destructive fires, basically to like kill. These are not good, but sometimes they have to. Sometimes you need some fires like this, but most of the time the reserve uses what we call cold fire, and these fires will be set early morning during winter time, just at the beginning of winter, when it's still quite green around, and it's not too hot outside, so it's not like a hot fire which is gonna just kill everything. It will be a very quick fire passing through on the block, and then that will be it. When I was in Cameroon, I did study a lot about fires and how to fight fire and stuff. I'll talk to you just now. Just say hi to this guy. Hi guys, how's it? Good, and you? Yeah. Hello. Hello. Sorry. Not too bad. Well, we had a Schneider Van Love and Yaris by Treehouse Dan.
Okay.
Yeah. Over there is a Lingue by Gary Dan over there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What have you had so far?
I just had a velvet safari side, that's about it.
Okay.
Two of the males are right, they're almost on Londo's boundary in the money.
Oh, they're gone over there now.
Yeah, they're going to drop at the moment.
Oh, all right. It's a pity we can't drive there. Yeah, no. All right, well, enjoy the rest of your drive. Take care. Cheers. So yeah, I was telling you, in Cameroon I did study a lot about fires and how to fight fires. And in Cameroon they've got a very different politic than here. And they burn a lot in Cameroon. Unfortunately, when you drive through Cameroon, there are lots of burnt areas. And they do respect the cold and the cold fire, like that I was telling you about, and the medium hot and the hot fires. But they don't control those fires very well, and sometimes the management is really bad, and they will set a fire at the during the hottest period of the year, which is in Cameroon around March, April, when it gets around 40, 45 degrees and it's very, very dry. And they will set a fire on some game reserves, and those fires are just simply destructive. They will actually even light those fires against the wind, so that the wind will make the fires go slowly, and it will be a very hot fire, go slowly, not like a fast fire where the wind will be blowing behind the fire, so it just goes quickly through a block. No, they will just make a very destructive fire, and the vegetation will take a lot of time to recover from that. And that's a bit of a pity when you drive through Cameroon and you see all those places burnt, and they do it to fight against bush encroachment and for game viewing, so that it stays like kind of open areas. But I mean, it's not pretty, you know. Like for sure, you'll have some nice pictures of zebras or impalas, for example, but they're like on a burnt area, just trying to find a few green leaves on there. Not the prettiest landscape, I would say. But yeah, it's incredible how much they burn in Cameroon, and actually everywhere in West Africa. In Central Africa, where I'm from, they do burn as well in the forest, but that's for how you call it, to cultivate tomatoes or bananas or whatever. Basically by burning. Oh, here we go. We've got some amazing photos. By burning, it makes the soil a bit richer, and then it gives you a better soil to cultivate on. Well, it looks like we've found our herd again. I don't know if it's them. It's okay, Mama. Let me just stop here. She's not very relaxed, this one. I think it is the herd we were with just now. Not convinced either, because they're not wet. But they kind of look like.
Looks like a trunk's touching your head.
Sorry?
Looks like a trunk's touching your head.
Oh, really, eh? Do I have an elephant trunk on my head?
Yeah.
You know. I did that the other day with a hyena. I was scratching a hyena back yesterday. And now I'm scratching an elephant head. Hello. Nice tusks. You see, Forktail John goes again behind them, same as this morning. 1, 2, 3, I see four Forktail John goes behind there. Any station with Karula? All right, they're playing kind of hide and seek with us. got two more elephants on our left there, but it's going to be difficult for Tara unless I reverse a little bit. Yeah, I can. Hello, little one. Sorry, did you call me? Seb standing by?
Yeah, we still got cruise if you want, huh?
Oh, all right, awesome. Still on Corridor Wall.
No, we touching the central road east of Leopard now.
Oh, all right, copy. All right, I'm gonna make my way there soon, very soon.
Okay.
Got an interesting question here from Rosie, right, Mark? Was it Rosie? No, wasn't Rosie. Mary Jane, sorry. I might need your help on that one, Tara. Mary Jane is asking, how does a female become a matriarch? Is she chosen or does she take over?
Generally, she's chosen.
Generally, she's chosen, says Tara. Okay. Yeah.
Apparently, they're groomed from a very early age, so the leaders are.
But would it be the daughter of the actual matriarch, or doesn't really?
I think she probably stands in very good stead, but it depends on the character as well,
Mm.
and it's who the rest of the herd trust.
Oh, okay, apparently people can hear you, Tara. That's cool. So yeah, if you copy Tara, it could be that the matriarch's daughter will have more chances to become a matriarch, but it's not generally. It depends on her, and it depends on the rest of the herd as well. It depends on her character, yeah. Sorry, Mark. Oh, okay. Can you hear me better now? Maybe I need just to speak up. Okay, maybe you can try to turn the sound up a little bit on the camera. Okay, guys, I think we're gonna leave those elephants. We've got. I'm gonna get back to your question now, Mary Jane. Because I'm also thinking what to do. And they're going into the bush now, so I think we're gonna just turn around, and we've got Kerula somewhere on Central Road, east of Central Road. Is it better that way then? Okay, cool. Got my guide at the back. I think Rob's been with Kerula this afternoon, so we're gonna try and get there now and see if we can see her. Otherwise, yes, Mary Jane. Mark was also helping me in the earpiece, saying basically most of the time what happens, it will be the daughter of the oldest matriarch, basically of the oldest female, would become matriarch. But like Tara was saying, it will also depend on her character and how she and that. Black screen. Okay, it's just signal. right.
It's very, very complicated.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Tara says it's not that easy. It's quite complicated, and sometimes what will happen is a herd might kind of split up in half, and one after the death of the matriarch, some members of the herds might decide to follow this one as a new matriarch, and some others might decide to follow another one, and they will kind of split up. So it's not easy. It's not like something written like, okay, you're going to be the matriarch, and it depends on a few factors. Not really easy to answer that question. But obviously, yeah, I believe that the daughter of the matriarch or the daughter of the oldest female will have more chances to become the matriarch. But once again, it depends. This is the answer, the common answer. It depends.
Usually it's not, knowledge of the area and that's
Yeah, Tara is saying it's usually the older female to pass on who's gonna be the next matriarch. All right, Mark, fire. Hey, that's my brother. Hey. Welcome on board. Bienvenue à bord, frangin. My brother, DJ Rombier. Hello. Good to see you. No, I can't see you, but you can see me. Je peux pas te voir, mais toi tu me vois. Bienvenue à bord, frangin. So what was his question? He wants me to take my shirt off. Does he actually have a question? He didn't send a question, did he? No, brother, I can't take my shirt off. I'll lose my job if I take my shirt off. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll get more viewers and I'll get an increase. You never know. But no, I don't feel like taking my shirt off. But thanks, DJ. For all of you out there who don't know my brother, his name is DJ and he's watching us from France right now. He's a taxi driver and I don't know if he's working right now or if he's at home. I hope he's not watching. I hope you're not watching me as you're driving, brother from another mother actually, because he's my half brother. We've got the same dad, but we don't have the same mom. So he's my half brother, but he's like my brother. There is no such thing as half brother in life. Nah, he's my brother. He's my brother. But English people like to say brother from another mother because it rhymes, and in my case it is kind of true. He's from another mother, but he's my brother. Good to have you on board, DJ. Drive safe. All right, let's get to some proper questions because my brother doesn't have proper questions. He's got lots of humor. He's gonna send some very funny questions, I'm sure. All right, fire, Mark. All right. Just remind me the thing at the beginning of the question with the smell thing. If they can smell different people. Oh, all right. All right. Welcome on board, Dr. Rita. Dr. Rita is asking actually a nice question, interesting question. If elephants have a very keen sense of smell, which is true. And can they actually smell different humans or differentiate humans by their smells? And also their trunks are very sensitive, and he's asking me if I've even been touched by an elephant. Yeah, the sense of smell is very, very strong. I think it's like 15 times better than the humans. They can smell things like 2-3 kilometers away. But to push it to the point as like differentiate different human smells, they might be able to recognize Tara because she's got a very particular smell. But that's it. Mark and I, we're fine. They won't know the difference. We just smell like humans. But Tara smells like Tara, and that's why she gets very close encounters. Elephants coming very close to the car, chunk up, and smelling very carefully. That's because it's Tara driving. If it's Mark and I, they usually just walk past and stop and smell a little bit, and they're fine. We smell like humans. But for Tara, it's another story. Left here? Central Road.
Whereabouts is
East of Central Road, close to Quarry Pan.
Quarry Pan?
Yeah, does that make sense?
Then you need to go Cheltenham. Are you sure Quarry Pan?
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, she's right over by Cheltenham.
Okay.
So yeah, Cheltenham out the back.
Okay, well just maybe guide me then. I'm not too sure how to get to East. Yeah, Gary Dam, yeah. Yeah. Dr. Rita, I'll come back to your question just now. I just need to find out exactly where Kerula is. I would like to make sure. Station with Kerula coming?
Top line junction central. She wants you to come and make that.
She's on. Sorry, you're gonna have to repeat that. She's which junction, please?
Top line.
Oh yeah.
Central Road.
Chitakata and Central Road.
Very nice. She's going south on to Top line.
All right, copy. Is that Graham?
The very one.
Okay, I still have to get used to the voices on the radio. All right, thanks a lot, Graham. All right, so what did you say? Yeah, it's going south on Chitakat line.
Going south on the line.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so next left.
Or even Mamba might be the next left.
Mamba Road.
So Cheltenham next left. Right.
Okay. So left here or by? No. What road is that now? This is Cheltenham. All right. Still have to get used to the roads, guys. Sorry. All right, get back to Dr. Rita. No, to answer your question a bit more seriously, I don't know. I really don't think they'll differentiate different smells. We smell like humans. They'll pick up perfumes and things like that, you know, but they won't be able to pick up different human smells as like this is this particular human. Oh, Tara thinks they can. All right. Really? They've been using elephants. Marcos. Oh, all right, guys. All right. I'm getting attacked by everyone here. It's like birds flying on my head. Like, no, they can. No, I believe they can. All right, Mark also believes they can. So I also believe they can then. All right. I didn't think they would. Their smell would be. I know they've got a strong smell. They've actually also been used, elephants, to smell. What's the name? Landmines. Yeah. To smell landmines and to detect landmines. So yeah, their smell is really strong. But I don't know if you see. The thing is, I don't know if we actually do have a special smell or different smell between humans. I might smell different because I've put some deodorant.
No, you do smell different.
Do you, eh? Okay, all right. So, learning every day. So, you see, what I would have thought is that they can, when they walk past the vehicle really close, I thought that they might, because they always look carefully in the car, like you can see they're like scanning the car, and then I strongly believe that they can see what's in the car, who's in the car, and they might recognize different individuals. Same as cats. I really believe that a lot of people say we're just a big car and they can't see what's inside. I don't know. I tend to believe that they can see, and you've got a lot of politics in there as well. Like some people believe, some people don't. I do believe that when Mvula sees us, she knows if it's Tara driving or Mark or now me, Patrick, who used to work here. I believe that. And I thought the same about elephants, for their eyes, for their vision, for their smell. I don't know, I didn't really think about it, but okay. All right, so that's your answer. And then second part of your question was, have I been touched by an elephant trunk? No. I really want to go and try those walking safaris or go to like a breeding center of elephants where you can actually walk with them and touch them. I've been almost touched by an elephant in the wild in Gabon long time ago when I was starting in my wildlife conservation career, and I was working with WCS, Wildlife Conservation Society in America, and we were working on a project about elephants in the forest in Gabon, and we were up in a tree, standing by, doing some observations by what we call a bai. A bai being a bai is a pygmy word for a salt area. So in the forest you get some openings. This is, in Central Africa the forest is very dense, and you get some openings where you get a lot of salts, nutrients, and animals are after that. They come, gorilla, chimpanzees, elephants, buffaloes, sitatungas, lots of different kind of animals would come and they would eat the mud because that mud is rich in nutrients, in salt. Sorry? So Tara talked to me. And so we were in a tree doing some observations on the family of elephants. In here. Yeah.
More massive, it would take all the rockets.
Yeah. Yeah, going south, so
I think that's possibly quicker to get to.
this one. Yeah. All right, let's try this one. Got 2 ways to go. We have to choose. Let's choose this one. So anyway, we were sitting quite up, not too up, not too high. I mean, not very high in that tree, on branches. Oh yeah, there's a vehicle there. Oh, nice one, Tara, thanks. So she's probably there. That's Mr. Brown. I know. Should call Graham quickly. Let's just stop here for a minute. Graham, come in.
Hello?
You're not in the Mvula riverbed, are you?
Negative. We're on Catland and now pretty much straight east of where Gary Plan is. But she's just gone into Torture a bit, but I'm sure she'll come back to the Catland. She's just smelling around here, but I'm sure she'll head back to Catland.
Oh, okay, copy you now because I'm so Mvula here in the Mvula River, and I don't know. I thought it would have been you maybe, but okay. All right, making my way to you. Thanks. All right, let's hope so. Thanks. Okay, yes. Oh, this one then, huh? All right, okay. I'll get to finish my story, sure. Well, basically what happened is that family of elephants that we were looking at came very close to the tree, and they knew that we were in that tree. And the thing is, in Central Africa, animals are not used to humans or to vehicles. like they are here in Southern Africa. You see, you get lots of poaching in Central Africa, and animals are scared, and elephants especially are well known to charge. Our elephants in Gabon, we call them asalas, asala. It's the Gabonese name for them. Like here we call them Ndlovu. In Gabon we call them asala. And they are very aggressive, very, very aggressive, especially when you're on foot, because they've been poached eggs. They've been poached so much poaching going on, that they really don't like humans. And when they smelt us in that tree, that matriarch came and basically wrapped her trunk around the tree, and I'm not lying, she did shake that tree. And the tree we were in it was quite a big tree. She would have never broke that tree, that's for sure. But just the fact that she did kind of, so she wrapped her trunk around it, and with her head, kind of, she like moved it slightly. And I was with the tracker, and my tracker is like, don't move. Because she knew that we were in that tree, she just wasn't too sure how high we were. And then next minute what she did is, she went and put her trunk up and smelt her. And I'm not lying to you, her trunk stopped at that far from my foot, because I was sitting on a branch, just sitting with my feet hanging like that, and the tracker was sitting next to me. And when he saw her putting her trunk up, he told me don't, because for me it was the first time to get so close to an elephant, and I actually did lift up my leg a little bit, because otherwise she could have grabbed my foot. And I remember for like a second, I'm like, if she grabs my foot, I'm gonna get such into a bad situation. She's gonna pull me down. It's gonna turn into a big drama, into an accident. So I did lift up my leg slightly, and the tracker was like, don't move too much. And then I remember we talked about it later, and I was like joking. I'm like, yeah, but dude, you told me don't move too much. I had to move my leg, otherwise she was going to grab my foot. And she went all the way up, and she smelled like that. So Dr. Rita, she didn't touch my foot, luckily, because I'm pretty sure that she would have maybe grabbed it and pulled it. Like I said, they're very aggressive in Central Africa, so it would have been quite a bad, I would have been in a very bad situation. But she stopped at maybe that much of my foot, from my foot, and that was quite a hectic feeling. My heart was pumping, and I can tell you the trackers in Central Africa are the same as here. I mean, they're usually born in the forest and grown up in the forest. They know all the trees, they know all the medicinal uses, they know the animals very well. They can track anything in the forest, and believe me, tracking here is already not easy, but in the forest you can imagine how difficult it is. But they do a very good job, and they know animals very well. But anyway, I can tell you that tracker wasn't really too confident either, and he wasn't really too happy. He also had a bit of a fright. I remember we were talking about it later, and he was like, next time we go there, we go in another tree and we go higher up. I'm like, yes, for sure. So here we go, Dr. Rita. Never been touched, but I've been smelt by an elephant.
What made you actually go up in the first place?
To do yeah, because we were studying their behavior by that salt area. We had to take notes, observation of what elephants would come, and we had to identify them and see how long they would spend in the salt area, any kind of intra-species interactions, you know. We had like lots of notes, and we were like, our job was basically to take lots of notes. We had like forms with things written, and we basically had to do crosses or things like that. Or if it was something which wouldn't be on the form, then we would add an extra comment on if something special happened. But that's why and there was no, how you'd call it, like miradors, or would you say mirador in English? A platform? There was no platform, there was no platform or anything. Now I believe there is, but at that time there was no platform. So you basically had to find a tree, go up there, and then just wait for animals to come. And I would do that in the morning and in the afternoon. It was really nice. I mean, we had some very nice sightings, but this one was quite a scary one. Right here. Okay. That would take me to Cheetah Cat Line.
Because of putting people in, yeah, not doing that.
Okay.
Otherwise it's going
I always remember that place because we had in Duna once in that tree with Mark. And when you think about it, why did you put your kill up there in that tree in Duna? It's such not a tree for yeah, that tree over there, the tall one. I think it's a knobthorn, right? Yeah, I think it's a leadwood. No. Is it a leadwood? Yeah, I can't see the bark very well either. Leadwood, alright. Up that leadwood, and so he was really not comfortable up there. I don't know if you remember, Mark, but he was not really. I think he had to take his kill up that tree very quickly before the hyenas arrived, and that's not the best tree to take a kill. Oh, who's there? We've got a leopard there, guys. That's not Kerula, that's a male, huh? That's a big male. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit forward, guys. I don't want to scare him off. Let's stop here for now. No, don't move, please. Just it's Mvula. I can recognize him at his eyes.
Can you mind your head?
Sorry. Where are we now, Ta?
Just by the Pans, Nyala Road, north and south.
Nyala Road Tip, Nyala Road Tip on Central Road.
Central Road? At the Pans, by Nyala Road.
Alright, all station. I've got an Ingwe here. Looks like Mvula to me. On Central Road in the deep, just by Nyala Road.
That's it.
Yeah, confirm. Oh, that's awesome, guys. Rosie's lucky charm, exactly, Mark. Yeah. Look at that, Rosie. One drive, elephant, buffalo, elephant, leopard, sure. I hope my brother is still watching. Well, if he's not driving. But he loves leopards. Came to visit me in South Africa a couple of years ago, and we went to Kruger. We did a few game reserves in South Africa, and not really lucky with leopards. I think we had one leopard crossing in front of our car in Kruger, but like very briefly. But I'm sure he's gonna come back again, and I'll take him on a few drives here. Spoil him. Let me try, maybe go a little bit forward. The thing is, I just don't want to disturb him, but I think we could go a little bit on that side. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah. Yeah, but now that he's lying down, you don't really see much. Might have a better view from over there. Just relax, Mvula. You know what's funny, guys? If I wouldn't have stopped to show you about that tree where we had in Duna. Eh? How's that, eh? I mean, I would have probably just drove past here and not see him. Well, maybe I might have, I don't know, maybe Tara might have. But just because we stopped there and then carried on driving slowly. Thank you like that. How's that? Further? Well, I was going to go over there now. I was going to go there. Yeah. How's that? Oh, look at that big boy, guys. Sure, Mvula. I think he's one of my favorites here. I love his eyes. He's got really just powerful eyes, beautiful blue eyes. He's so pretty. So this is the guy who got his kill stolen from this morning. For those of you who were on drive with me this morning, we had hyenas on a warthog kill, and they stole the kill from a leopard, and that was from him. This is Mvula. Yeah, shame, got his kill stolen this morning. We're actually quite lucky that he lifted up his head when we drove past, because if he would have stayed in that position, there is no way we would have been able to spot him. So luckily he looked up, for he heard me, and for he heard me stopping also by that small pan over there where I was showing you that tree. So he probably lifted up his head like, what's going on there? And luckily he did, otherwise I really don't think we would have seen him. Look at that big cat. Just want to go and scratch his belly. Or his neck, just right there under his neck. Oh. Sometimes you just wish they wouldn't be so dangerous and such killing machines. Just wish it could be like a big domestic cat that you could just go and lie down next to him, hug him. Give him a big squeeze. But right now, no, I wouldn't try that. Look at those eyes, wow. Okay. Sure, he's looking straight into the lens. Straight at you, Ta. Yo, look at that look. Oh, that's amazing. Yes, Fox, Mark was just letting me know he's got a few questions in the pipe, but they're not leopard related, so he just wants to keep them for a bit later when we're gonna leave Mvula. And if you have any questions about leopards now, then this is the time to send them. Mark will forward them to me, and we'll keep the other ones for a bit later. Yeah, actually, if I do leave the leopard, good point, Mark, because if it gets interesting, he might. It's not really, he's quite sleepy, but he's getting a bit active, rolling on his back, and if we see him, if he starts yawning, then it would be a sign that he's going to start getting active, and then it might be really worse. It's worse now to spend a bit of time with him, see what he's going to do, and it might be worse to just follow him later if he starts moving around, see if maybe he's going to go and hunt, or just, yeah, it's always nice to see leopards when they're active. He's a big boy, eh?
Did Graham say this is who he was following then?
No, he was with Kerula, eh?
Oh.
No, when I told him that I'm got Mvula, or I said I've got a lingua and looks like Mvula, I just replied saying, yeah, sure it is Mvula. Because that's, yeah, this morning he was somewhere behind Chelapan, right? He was saying he went into that drainage line and then towards Central Road. So, yeah, he's probably been around there the whole day. But that's actually a nice spot for leopards to rest. This one, it's in the shade, a little bit, how to say, it's kind of a hole, you know. So it's a bit, the ground is a little bit cooler there than resting straight onto the grass, even though it could be in the shade, but like, I mean, because it's right on the ground like that, and it's a bit of a sure, looking for that word.
Yeah, we've seen
Kind of a
White
hole.
Cloth in the sun here before.
You've seen white cloth here?
White Cloth in the sun.
Yeah, white cloth in the sun.
Mvula.
You've seen them here before as well. Yeah. Yeah, Tara's saying she's seen white cloth in the sun and in Duna and Kerula here as well. So I believe, I'm not surprised, it's a nice spot for leopard. It must be quite cool down there. He looks pretty comfy to me.
You looking for us, Paul? Yeah, Sam, I just want to know if there's any sign of that around here. Okay, I'll check with you. I can see you get back to the path.
yawning. Oh. Sure, guys, did you hear that? Yeah, it might be because Kerula is somewhere that way, right? He's pointing, he's roaring in Kerula's direction. So either to let her know he's here, or maybe she's been roaring and he's responding to her. Now he's on the move. Okay, let's try to keep up with him. Shot you can get there. It's a nice light on him. Very nice light. If he doesn't disappear behind the bush. Okay. Let me try to go down here, Ta. I should be able to go over that, eh? Yeah, I did, yes. Okay. I just want to see something more. Trying to go anti-flock. Yeah. No? Okay. Might need a bit of momentum. Okay, fine. Let's turn around. Central Road. Yeah, like that, eh? Yeah. Oh. Maybe in reverse. Doesn't go in gear. Come on. stuck here, please. Yeah.
Just go, try and go straight.
And there, yeah. Sure. I don't know if he's still in there. You have tracks there. You have tracks. Okay. Alright, so I should turn around maybe, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, I think he's gone that way. Let's just have a quick look around there, never know. But I don't think. I think he's gone towards Kirula. Oh, there he is. Okay, let me just go a little bit forward, guys. Waiting for us. How kind of you, Mvula. Waiting for us, thank you. He's like, I know it's Seb's driving, he's gonna get stuck in the riverbed, let's give him a bit of time.
Go ahead. So I want to go to the north. Trying to look at the
Which road is that now?
this morning there.
Andrew.
No, which road is that?
Oh, this is Nyala Road North.
No, Road North, sorry.
I'll hear from you. Which way is that drive? Andrew, come back.
All stations update now on Mvula is now Leopard on Nyala Road North.
Andrew.
Yeah, no, leave it on, yeah, like that.
Yeah, no, I just realised there's something else on that shouldn't have been on.
He says you can maybe even open it up a little bit more. He's definitely listening towards Kerula's direction.
Ooh, hyena. Behind us.
Oh, that might get interesting, guys. We've got some hyenas behind us. I haven't seen them yet, but Tara saw them.
Just one.
Just one. Okay, it's on the move again. Yeah, it's not going to be too happy with hyenas around. Okay, let's try to keep up with him. Oh, okay, right there. All right. Let's stop here. I think that's the hyena we had at the game the other day. And right behind the car, we've got a hyena. He probably marked his territory there on that bush. That's why she's smelling it now. Looks like Floppy here. Looks like Floppy here to me. All right, let's carry on. She's gonna probably follow us anyway. I want to see where Mvula's going. Okay. You're still on the road, my boy. Where are you now? Ah, talking to Mvula. Oh, there he is. Okay. Marking again. Scent marking. No, please, no. Don't go off. I think he's just gonna mark his territory though. Even though that's not really his territory here, is it?
He seems to be increasing it. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
we've
Drakensberg Drive,
yeah.
so he's actually quite far over. Or further over than I've seen him anyway.
Yeah, we tend to see him more and more often around here now. He's checking on that hyena.
Section coming for your teller. Yeah, go ahead. No need for link up. Okay, copy that, thank you. Copy, thank you.
But I leave quite some distance, guys, between him and me. I don't really want to push him off the road, if you see what I mean. And fortunately, we will lose him. We can't wait kind of share hands. Okay. Break up, back screen. Back again, alright. Okay, yeah. I'm sure you get me now, huh? I should come back now. Okay. Yeah, sorry guys, you will lose picture in the tips. It's not a very good signal area. But I was saying I don't want to follow him too close, because if he feels pressure on his back, he might just go off-road and then we'll lose him. Can't follow him in that bush, that's very dense. So I'd rather just keep a bit of a distance between him and us. And we've got a zoom on the camera, which is really helpful. Sure, beautiful. There is something about a lion or a leopard walking, it's just power. Leopard the size of Mvula is quite impressive, but a big male lion is even more impressive when they walk on the road and their shoulders just, oh, it's going, yeah, it's scent marking over there. All right, let's get a bit closer. They just like, yeah, they look so powerful and confident when they walk on the road like that. Minerva, come again, Minerva. And what about now? All right. Minerva wants to know if we might have to share the drive with other. Share the sighting, Mvula sighting with other drives. Well, we might have. So far, we're quite lucky. I've put it out there on the radio. I've let everyone know. I even let them know where he's going, on which road he's walking, and giving them an update. But I think the other drives are quite busy with other things. Maybe there is a couple of vehicles by Kerula. I think most of the vehicles are also around maybe, what's the name, Buffelshoek or Little Gary. Not too sure, but if they were around there, people would have already contacted me on the radio asking if they could join or how many vehicles we have on the sighting. And nobody really did. That's because they're not interested, it's just because they're quite far from here and they've got something else going on. But if they get interested, Graham is not far. Graham might contact me on the I don't want to share him either. This is the nice thing about when you find an animal. Usually you have him for yourself for quite some time. Got there, Mvula. And then after a few minutes, people will start contacting you on the radio and asking if they can join. Here we go, scent marking there. Look at the twitching tail. That's something they really struggle to control, the twitching tail. And when they're young, that's usually what makes them fail their hunt, because they will forget about their twitching tail behind them, and that white twitching would just be a giving for the prey species, and they would just spot the leopard straight on with that white twitching tail. And most of young leopards fail their hunts because of that. But then as they grow up and get a bit more experience, then they learn how to control it. He's not really stalking right now. He's heard something, might have heard something, but he's not on a stalking mode yet. in a stalking mode, not on, in a stalking mode. Gonna probably do a bit of marking there as well. No, you're gonna go down that drainage line. Why all the animals are going into drainage line today?
Because they know it's irritating.
Yeah. Alright, this is why. There's no way I can go down in this one, though it's quite steep here. Sure. Sure. There's no way I can make it in there, but maybe ahead. So you went way in there. So it's probably gone down. Oh yes, it's right there, but I don't think the camera will pick him up. Okay. We're gonna have some signal breakups here. Oh, all right. So that's a kudu. Kudu just spotted the leopard. So that's what he was watching. Listen to that? Alarm calls of a kudu. I can't believe how interesting. And here's... Oh, we lost picture. Okay, we're back. Oh. Bok. Yeah, thank you. Stack Mark was in Tuna yesterday. We tend to lose picture when it's at critical moments. I don't know how much you saw of that, but basically, actually, that kudu gave me a fright. All right. Yeah. Oh, there he is. I can see him. He's walking into the drainage line. How am I, Mark? Do you have me or are you black screen? Okay, sounds like we're black. Don't run over there. How are we doing here, Mark? Looking good, all right. So we've got that big male kudu here. Gave me quite a fright around the corner. He was standing there and just barked. Like, gave me quite a fright. I was not expecting him at all. I don't know if you guys heard that or saw that, but he basically spotted Mvula. And Mvula is on the other side now of the drainage line.
I think I've just about seen it.
And there is another young male kudu on the left. And those kudus are basically just watching Mvula very carefully. But yeah, I can see Mvula behind.
Just about.
Yeah, I see his tail twitching. Yeah, here we go. But he's the of course he knows that they've seen him, and like all leopards do when they've been spotted, they I call it like the arrogant attitude, or not arrogant, the what's the name? Yeah, arrogant attitude. It's like now it's like walking like, I know guys, you saw me, but I wasn't really hunting, you know. I wasn't. So just relax. I know you saw me, but I'm not after you. I didn't fail my hunt, but basically that's what he means when he walks like that. Tail up. He's gonna pop up right in front of us here somewhere. And I don't know if you guys could hear, but he also roared. He was roaring a little bit earlier on. Just after that kudu barked.
Are you able to go forward?
Yep. Just after that kudu barked, he basically roared into the drainage line. Also as like, yeah guys, I know. Oh, there he is. He's gonna come up right in front of us here. There. Those kudus were quite big for him anyway to hunt. I mean, especially that one who spotted him, that big male kudu. There is no way Mvula can take it down. So how awesome is that, though? It's getting better, keeps on getting better and better.
Bring them back.
Yes, a bit of bad luck this morning and a lot of good luck for the rest of the day. So we had a hyena morning and now we're having a leopard evening, leopard afternoon. Yeah, bro, fire. Joanne from Arizona, welcome on board. Joanne is asking what's the relationship, what's the interactions between Mvula and the other males. Yeah, what is his relationship to other leopards in the area? They'll try to avoid each other, Joanne. They have their own territories and sometimes they might get into another leopard's territory, but try to avoid that. They'll try to avoid confrontation. But Mvula has been seen, there we go, he's roaring again. You see, once again, it's because those I think those are impalas over there, barking like we saw you, and he's like roaring like, I know you guys saw me, but don't worry, I'm not hunting. If I was hunting, you wouldn't have seen kind of, this is the kind of attitude. Yeah, here we go, you can see the impalas running away over there. Impalas or, yeah, Nyala females. But Joanne, yeah, Mvula has been seen actually on a kill with other leopards as well. I think it's been seen with in Duna. It's been seen. So I don't want to throw names out there because I'm not 100% sure. But I've had reports from other rangers, especially rangers from Chitwa. Tristan from Chitwa had a kill one day, and there were a few leopards around the kill. Mvula was there. Even Wilders filmed a few years ago, a couple of years ago. They had the whole family. They had Kerula and the boys, Induna and Mishu, and I think young Billy Jordan was there on the kill. Maybe even another male. But that can happen around the kill. But otherwise they will avoid each other. They're strictly solitary. They're strictly solitary, and they will try to avoid being with, avoid relationships with other males. Okay, it's going down that drainage line now. Might have to reverse then. somewhere here. Sorry. Let's see. Signal, yeah, I'm gonna get back on the road, Mark. Perhaps, yeah. Don't see. What was that? Right. Went down there. Let's just get back on the road, see if he maybe he's back on the road a little bit further on. Alright, so what were you saying about Joanne question mark? Ah, in terms of relations, in terms of families, maybe that's what you meant, Joanne. Is Mvula the dad of any cubs around here? I don't know which ones. Tandy. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, apparently Tandy and Saseka have... Yeah, no, I've heard that Tandy also has been mating with Tandy and he's Saseka's dad. Saseka is another leopard cub we have in the northern Sabisen, and Mvula would be his 10. Oh, they are the same. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Tandy and Saseka are the same leopard. Sorry, folks. And Mvula has been seen mating with. So that's, yeah, John. That's kind of the relationship that he had family-wise that we know. I don't know where it's gone now. Cheryl, welcome on board. wanting to know the typical eye color for the cats. And Gilly is asking if it's typical of leopards to have blue eyes. I kind of want to turn around there, maybe come back on that road. See if we can bump into him. It is not common, Gilly. Mvula is that the only one around here who's got those really beautiful blue eyes. Then the typical color for cats, typical eye color for cats is like a cat eye, I would say, like a feline eye, like your cat at home. Well, actually, not really, because domestic cats, depending on what kind of cats you have, they might have different colors or eye colors. But I think it is like kind of that yellowish with the retina being black. That's your common eye color. Mvula is a bit different. It's got like some very bluish kind of eyes, but it is not common. No, it's the only leopard around here that I've seen with that color in his eyes. Where is he going now? So it's funny how they can just disappear. We lost him somewhere around there. Here for a minute and listen, maybe. Bit of luck, we can hear him calling again. Buffer Souk Dam somewhere there.
Just the back here, yeah.
The back there, Buffer Souk Dam. Maybe he's going towards that way. He's going towards Buffer Souk Dam. Diane from New York. Nice to have someone from New York on board. But contrast New York and Juma Game Reserve. But, welcome on board. Welcome to Juma, Diane. Diane wants to know with which females Mvula would be mating. So I did kind of answer that earlier on. We've seen him, not me personally, but some rangers have seen him mating with one of Keula's daughters called Tandy or Saseka. It's got two names. Some people call her Tandy and some people Saseka. So that answers the first part of your question, Dan. And the second part, wanting to know at what age Keula's cubs would start mating. Leopards get sexually mature around 3-4 years old. About 2, but females always a bit later, eh? A little bit earlier. Alright. So you see, Keula's been mating when she was just about 2 years old. So they will be mating around 2 years and a half, Diane. That's when they will be mating. Or start, or being sexually anywhere between 2 and 4, yeah. That's what I've been reading as well, yeah, around 3 years old. But for some leopards it might start as like just around 2 years old, and for some it might just be a little bit later, like around 3. Yeah, you see Keula's daughter only started when they were around 4. So it depends kind of on the individuals. But to give you an average, yeah, between 2 and 4. From 2 to 4. Lisa in the UK. Welcome. Welcome, Lisa. Lisa is asking if there is possibilities for leopard cubs to inherit their parents' markings. Well, they won't have the exact same markings. If each leopard have different markings. If you look at Keula, she's got that beautiful wow on her forehead, like a W or W, and she's got none of her litters who's got it. Shivanzi's got different markings. Mishu's got that Y around his eyes. Induna's got that kind of like a bat or like a heart-shaped black marking on his left cheek, just next to his eye. None of them got that wow, so they don't really inherit that. They will have different markings. Lisa. They'll have their own markings, and it could happen that they have a similar one. I mean, this is all about genetic. It's very complicated field, or it's very diverse, you can say. I mean, you can have, even with humans, like 2 people giving 2 brunette people giving birth to a blonde little girl, and that's because maybe grandfather was blonde. It's genetic. Can happen. I think might also happen with leopards. Could have one of the same marking that one of the parents have, but from what I've seen, not really. Like all the leopards we see, they all have different markings than their parents. Just wanted, yes, it's very, very pretty. I wanted to check quickly around Buffelshoek Dam if maybe Mvula was making his way here. Yeah, boxing, very nice shot. Matt, eh? Matt in New Jersey. Yeah, good afternoon, good evening, Matt in New Jersey. Welcome to Bufferzook Dam. Yeah, here we go. Open the iris a little bit, please stop. Nice. Nice. So, asking if why do leopards are scared of hyenas, and do hyenas always steal leopard kills? Well, that's you kind of giving the answer in your own question to the first part of your question. They are not really scared of them; they just try to avoid them, or they're very careful of hyenas because yes, hyenas do tend to steal their kills. If they can't protect their kills and put it in a safe place, up a tree, then hyenas would most of the time get hold of that kill. And basically, one leopard against 3-4 hyenas can't do much. A big male like Mvula might be kind of fine with just one hyena, but he might not even try and take a risk about it. It's like I was saying, avoid confrontation. Confrontation means hurting each other and causing big injuries. And when you're injured in the bush, then it's a recipe for death. So they try to avoid these kind of confrontations. So they will put their kills up a tree, safe, away from the hyenas. And that's the only reason why they don't like each other. It's about food competition. It's got nothing to do with territories or whatever. That doesn't matter at all. But it's about food, and that's why they don't like hyenas. And that's from Jeanette, Jeanette. Okay, we might have a bit of signal breakup down here. Jeanette in French, Jeanette, yes. Welcome on board, Jeanette. In French it is Jeanette. In English it's more like Janet. Jeanette is asking if the live game drive that we're doing here might change a few things that are written in books, if we've seen things that are kind of contradictory with what are in the books. You see, personally I haven't really seen anything that would be contradictory of what I've been reading in books yet, but Mark and Tara might have. The thing with books is, like I was saying this morning, you must be careful what book you read and where about what species and where in Africa the study has been done. And we might have here some behavior that could, for example, and actually your question, Janet, was about leopard behavior. We might experience or we might see here some leopard behaviors that you don't read in books. And actually one of them is the fact of seeing a few different leopards around a kill. And almost like, actually there are a few books, I think, starting to write about a little theory like leopards would make prides or like small prides from time to time. But some people completely disagree with that. And us here, we've seen it. We've seen the leopards being together around the kill and not really fighting. But that's what's happening here. And once again, it's here in the Sabi Sand would be what we see here is different than what the people see in East Africa or even in some places of Namibia. So that's if we would have to write a book, then it would be, we would have to say it's about here, Northern Sabi Sand. And it doesn't mean that what the other books say are wrong. It's just because what we're seeing here is proper to that area and might not be seen other places. People will see in East Africa hyenas, clans up to like 12, 13 hyenas. And here in Southern Africa, you'll get maybe 6, 7, 8 of them max. So it differs from places to places. But in a way, I think I understand where you're coming from, Janet. It's the fact that we are out here every day, driving every day. We do see a lot. We do see more than people who just go in one place for, let's say, a month or two to study one particular species. We spend a lot of time around here, and especially around that area here that we can cover, where we've got signal. And yes, we do see interesting things, especially about cats, yeah, lions and leopards, and hyenas as well. That's why it's so interesting to follow them, follow their lives, kind of learning a few things every day. Sure, it's getting a bit chilly now. Sky is beautiful. Yeah, it's a bit. Mark says I look like a red Indian. Look at that sky, guys. It's actually worth just stopping here for a minute, and then I have a minute to put on my jacket and my brand new scarf from Sandra. Sure, that's pretty. Where did we lose Mvula? What location was that?
Just at the junction, Warwick Road and North.
Okay. All station. I've lost Mvula by the junction of Goripan Road and Nyala North Road. Is there any station still with Kerula?
She was moving back east into Torchwood area, just north of the access road to the camp.
All right, okay, copy. Thank you. Well, you win one, you lose one. Spend a bit of time with Mvula, and unfortunately Kerula is... last station, come again?
Confirm where you lost Mvula?
I lost Mvula at the junction of Goripan Road and Nyala North Road. He went into that drainage line there, or riverbed there.
Okay, copy that, thank you.
Looked like he was walking actually towards Buffelshoek Dam, so I did scrap around Buffelshoek Dam, but no luck. So yeah, we did spend a bit of time with Mvula, and by that time Kerula is now gone into Torchwood. So yeah, you win one, you lose one. But that's fine, I know we're gonna see Kerula. Wow, look at that! I did a trip last year was very lucky to guide a tour from Cape Town to Vic Falls, and we spent a few nights in the Okavango Delta, and this is the kind of sky, even more red than that in the Okavango Delta. Every night you get that really red sky, and with the reverberation of the water, it's stunning. It's just simply stunning. It's amazing. Sunsets you get there in the Okavango Delta. It's this kind of sky, but times maybe two, and it's really pretty. Sorry, Mark, I don't know if you were trying to get hold of me, but I forgot to put my earpiece back on. Here we go, I got my earpiece. And the moon. All right. And how is that looking now? Open your iris a little bit, maybe. There. Yeah. All right, let's carry on. Clock is ticking. I wish we could. I wanted to go and have a look at the den, but sure. Quite far from Zoe's Road now, eh?
We're quite far, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, look at that. It's really pretty. Very, very pretty. TIA, this is Africa. Woohoo! Good news, Mark. Great, great, great. I like that. Around 895 viewers on Wilders' website. Just on Wilders. That's awesome. That's good, guys. This is what we want. Okay, Ganda, come on. Yeah. And of course, that means we might have a lot of new viewers. So welcome everyone. I'm glad you're with us this afternoon. Mark, myself and Tara. We are the A-team bringing Africa to your lounge and to your TV, to your computer. Hope you're enjoying it. And if you have any questions at juma.com. And we're here to share Africa, share our passion with you, and give you some good knowledge about the African animals we're getting here. So don't hesitate to join the chat rooms, send questions, go on Juma Private Game Reserve Facebook profile, go on there, click like, and that's good. We're providing a free service and we need a lot of viewers. The more viewers, talk to your friends, your family, the more viewers we get, the better game drives we can get out there to the world, and the more sightings, the more amazing sightings we can share with you guys. So, and good numbers like right now that Mark told me, around almost 900 viewers on Wilders. This is really, really, really good for us and for you indirectly. Yeah. Oh, nice. Mark saying he can see the moon from FC. It is beautiful sky tonight. Yep. It's time to switch on the lights. Sorry, what was that, Mark? Yeah. Alice, welcome on board. Alice is asking why would the leopard leave the area where the hyena was this morning. They just don't like each other, Alice. They try to avoid each other. Hyenas would get close to leopards when they have a kill to try to steal their kill. And that's what happened this morning. And once his kill got stolen, Mvula didn't really have any reason to stick around. And I probably tried to just find a shady spot somewhere in the drainage line or on the other side to just rest, spend the rest of the day. And that's kind of where we found him. But yeah, that's the reason why. Alice, they just try to avoid each other. They don't like each other. And his kill got stolen, so he didn't really have any point staying around. See, predators don't like being close to each other. They avoid each other. At least same story with lions and leopards, same story with lions and hyenas. They are what we call here, we call them eternal enemies. And there are a few very nice documentaries out there from Derek and Beverly Joubert called Eternal Enemies, Lions and Hyenas, Eternal Enemies, Lions and Elephants, I think. And if you get a chance to watch those documentaries, it will show you, give you a good idea why they are called eternal enemies. They just hate each other with passion, and they avoid confrontation, but when it comes to confrontation, it turns into a bloodbath, and for both parties, it's not fun at all. So that's why they avoid each other. Too many teeth, too many claws, too much blood, too many wounds, and that's not good. Shame, guys, I'm a bit sad. We're not gonna have time to go and check the den. The only way would be to like really put my foot on the floor and drive crazy through the reserve right now to get to the den and be able to spend 10 minutes there with you. Sorry? Yeah, no, I did. Just don't shine them at night, eh? No, I did, yeah. Well, you guys, if you saw it, yeah, it was a steenbok crossing the road right in front of us. We just don't stop for diurnal animals at night. Try to not disturb them. It's not good to shine the lights at them at night, so that's why I didn't stop. Sorry, could have just mentioned at least that it was a steenbok. I think it's because I was just busy thinking, processing information in my brain. And now I forgot what I was saying, but anyway. Oh yeah, I think I was saying the hyena den. Unfortunately, we won't have time. But Tara is on drive tomorrow, and she can go there and spend a bit of time, try to see Teddy. Rabbi, does Mvula pose a threat to Keula's cubs? Not really right now, for Rabbi, but it could at a certain point when that little boy gets sexually like, mature or gets independent. At least when he gets independent and looks for a territory, if he does spend a bit too much time on Mvula's territory, then Mvula might not like that at all and might give him a bit of a smack, pretty much saying like, get out of my territory and go find your own one. We wouldn't be surprised that it happened to Induna and Mishu trying to look for their own territories, and we're pretty sure that they must have bumped into even their own dad or into Mvula or their males like Mafufunian. That's because they try to make to get a territory, but the little female, naturally, when she will be sexually active, Mvula might get interested and might mate with her. He's not his dad. He's not her dad. Her dad is Shivenzi. Dad is Yambili Jordan, and Mvula could get very interested into Shivenzi once she gets sexually active, which will be in a couple of years, a bit less depending on her. If she's like her mom, then in a year and a half. Got a rabbit. Oh, sorry, not a rabbit. Hare. African scrub hare. African scrub hare. Got quite a few of them, yeah, and they're very active at night. You would not see them during the day, but at this time, when sun sets, and then during night time, that's when they start getting active. Very big ears to listen carefully of what I'm saying. Yes, I'm talking about you, little one. Okay, we need to go through. Sorry, Bugs Bunny. Come on. Good night. Watch your back. Must be a bush baby in there. It's quiet. Yeah, must be a bush baby. It's too far for the camera. Sorry? No, yeah, no, the camera won't pick it up. I can see its eyes, but it's on a small tree far into the bush, so the camera won't pick it up. If we have a bush baby like right here, tree is close to the road, yes. But far in the bush, there is no way the camera will pick it up. There is... Sue! Good evening to you, welcome. Sue wants to know if Mvula's got a mate. And what else? What is... Oh, is that the one he was calling? Not really, Sue. It doesn't have a mate. Well, he's been seen mating with Tandy, or Saseka. She's one of Keula's daughter. So, if you want, I don't know if you mean by mate like a mate as like to mate, or a mate as like a very good friend. I don't know what exactly you mean, but I guess, yeah, like a husband, yeah, alright. Well then, doesn't really have one, no, so it doesn't. It's been seen mating with Tendi and Saseka, but quite a while ago, and at the moment he's just by himself. And the reason why he was calling was because Kerula was quite close, not too far, and he could be interested in mating with Kerula. Kerula is in love with Yambili Jordan, so I don't think she will fall for Mvula, but you never know. But he was calling probably because either Kerula was calling on her side and he was just calling as well to let her know he's here, and that's the reason why. Thanks for the compliments, Sue. Sue was saying she's really enjoying the drive. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Sue. We're trying our best. But thanks a lot. Glad you enjoyed the drive. I also did. It's been a very, very nice day. Good morning with hyenas, nice afternoon with elephants and Mvula that I haven't seen for a while. Pressure on Tara tomorrow. Pressure, pressure. Mark had the lion morning and the leopard afternoon, vice versa. I had the hyena morning and the leopard afternoon. So let's see what Tara is gonna come up with. Yeah, she's gonna have a dung morning and a dung afternoon. How many what, Mark? Ah, sure. Do you know? Yeah. Rafis, that's right, Rafis. Rafi, who used to stay in South Africa, obviously, because he's saying that he's missing home. He's just he's been watching the drive today for the first time, and makes him homesick. I understand, Rafi. But all right, welcome to your country. Then welcome to Juma, to South Africa. Rafi would like to know how many roaming leopards, wild leopards we have, and how's the population doing for free roaming wild leopards. Can't really give you a number. We don't really have any numbers. but the population is stable. Here in the bush, the population is very stable. It's quite good numbers, especially here in the Sabisan. It's the capital of the leopards. In the Western Cape, they are a bit endangered, but there are a few projects like the Cape Leopard project, and the population is also quite stable there now. But it is an endangered species. But it is, yeah, the population either in the Western Cape or here in the bush, the population is doing well. Oh, there is. Can you see him there, Ta? The bush baby. All right. You see those 3 trees through?
Yeah.
You see those 2 ones? Then you have 3 branches.
I think I've got trees in the way.
All right. There. Can you see his eyes? He's looking at us now. Maybe if I go a little bit forward. Let's see. Through here?
He's right at the back. Which tree is he on?
On those 3 trees at the back over there. But maybe it's too far.
Yeah.
I can see him because when he's looking towards the light, I can see his eyes shining, but if you don't, then you will struggle. Okay, maybe I can point out for you. It would be, just zooming in there. Sure. No, we won't get him.
Are the trees in front of him?
Yeah. Oh, there he just jumped. Up, here we go. Now she's got him.
Wow.
He's in there, guys. If he moves, you'll see him.
Oh yeah, I can see the movement there.
Yeah. There he is. There he is. Up. And that's lesser bush baby. Called the bush baby because they live in the bush, and at night when they call, they sound like a baby crying. So that's why they are called bush baby. You got 2 different species, the lesser and the greater. This one is the lesser, small one. They can make considerable jumps. Actually, he jumped into this tree from, maybe if you can zoom out a little bit, I'll show you where he was. He was in that tree there, not the one in the foreground, but more to the right. Yeah, it was in that tree there, the one in the background, this one. And he jumped well. The problem is the camera like this doesn't show you, doesn't give you a good idea of the distance, but it's quite far from there to there.
That would be about
You
lying down twice, so you on top of your own head.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah. So like 4 meters, 4-5 meters jump.
I'd say so.
Even maybe even a bit more. Yeah, around 5 meters. Interesting thing about the bush babies, they've got a very unique way to mark their territories. They actually wee on their hands, and because they're always on trees and using their hands to like climb trees and climb branches and stuff, so they wee on their hands, and then when they climb into trees, they basically scent marking with their hands. Quite disgusting, but it works for them. Once again, don't try it at home. All right, let's keep going. Let's let him. They are active at night. Once again, it's a nocturnal animal. You won't see them during the day, or you could. You can be lucky and see one, but usually they're sleeping at night during the day. Sorry, and getting active at night. All right. So one question about, maybe I'll just stop here. Maybe Tara can show you the moon again, looking very pretty because you can actually now see the whole, look at that guys, that's pretty. You can see the entire moon and just the bottom is shiny. Look at this. That's really, really pretty. One question from, who was that, Mark? Sorry? Okay. Asking. Okay. Maybe Don asking. Mark is busy going through the email. Don wanted to know which, Dan Lemon wanting to know which animals looking or can see in colors and which ones can see in black and white. It's very difficult questions to answer. Most of the prey species see in black and white, while zebras do. I think most of them do. Some of them have a better night vision than others. But predators like cats also have a better vision at night than prey species. But they see predators, cats, they see in colors or in black and white?
They reckon they can see greens and...
yeah, they can see some kind of colors like greens, and that's thanks to some cones, or yeah, you call them cones, huh?
Yeah.
Cones in their eyes. Some animals will have more cones than others, and making them seeing more colors than others. It's quite a long topic, Don, and unfortunately time is up. I'm not going to be able to go too much into detail. But that's also something I actually want to read up on, and maybe one day on a drive I could bring it up as a topic and try to go through a few species and see how they look like, and I need to basically do a bit of reading on that. But general rule, prey species most of them see in black and white. Zebras do. Predators can see a bit of colors, but yeah, not like us. So yeah, unfortunately guys, time is up. I'm gonna have to say goodbye. That's a very pretty shot that we had there with the moon. I'm gonna try to put a bit of light on me. How's that looking? Oof. How's that? Yeah? I can't even see where you guys are. Hello! Hello! But sure. Wow, guys, wonderful drive. I really enjoyed it. I enjoy all of my drives, but this one was, this morning and this afternoon, it's been particularly good. Just lots of things happening, lots of interactions, and that's what we like. That's what we want to see. And this is what makes it so interesting. But let's see what tomorrow brings. Pressure on Tara. Yeah. She will be your guide tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, and I'll be sitting in final control tomorrow, dealing with all your questions. By the way, sorry, I didn't get to answer all the questions. There were some questions sent earlier on. Mark just thought, like, when I get out of the Mvula sighting after the leopard, he will send them to me, but by that time he had more questions about leopards. So some questions just didn't have time to come through, sorry about that, but another time, keep them for another drive. We try to answer as many questions as we can. It's not easy to answer all of them in every drive. But yeah, Tara, thanks for your nice camera work. Getting a bit better.
It will get better.
Better. It was already better than this morning.
Well,
That's
no,
because she had a nap.
It will get better.
It will get better. Mark, thanks in final control for forwarding the questions. I'll be sitting where Mark is tomorrow. Mark will be behind the camera, and I will be guiding. And from myself here in Juma Game Reserve, from all of us, we wish you all good evening, good night, good day, wherever you are in the world, and we will speak to you soon. Bye for now.
Good evening. Echo. Turn down the speaker and make sure that it's one and only voice that's coming through to all of you out there. Thank you very, very much for joining us today. It's been a wonderful day here at Djuma Game Reserve. We had a lovely, hot, sunny day. The front that came through and gave us a little bit of rain and grey skies has moved over, and just goes to show how after something like that, the animals just come out and play, because Seb was very lucky today. Gee, it's almost poetic. My name is Mark. I've been here in Final Control. I'm actually thinking that I might be here again tomorrow. Send Seb out on camera. He'll do a far better job than me, and I'm sure he's also itching to get on camera, but we'll discuss it when he gets back. That's the beauty of what we're doing here, is we do want to keep a program going, and we do want to get the calendar back up and running, but we still got to fit into some sort of routine, so we're going to still figure that one out. Had great viewer numbers this evening, and a lot of it got to do with the Mvula, and hopefully a lot of the people who came along learning about a leopard here at Djuma Game Reserve live are going to come back again tomorrow and see what we can find for you tomorrow. For those of you who have been here every day, every drive, or regularly for our drives and are becoming part of the we family, as we call it, the Djuma family, thanks for being with us again, and we'll see you again tomorrow. I'm busy trying to work out how to upload Induna and his sister Shivinzi, and yesterday morning's clip of the two of them. And I'm sure we'll try and edit some of this Mvula shots, or some of this Mvula footage. We'll try and edit that into a little bit of a diary for you too. So stay tuned and see what we'll bring you the next time around. This is Djuma Game Reserve. This is our live broadcast on the other channel. The other one that you'll probably be going to is the Waterhole Cam. Let's hope you're going to see some cats there too tonight, during the night, and other nocturnal animals. So do enjoy, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.